Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek, and today, see, there we go. Fulfillment Center, the Coin Geek, that's me, and we've got our trusty thingamajigger here. We're opening a box over there. We're going to see what happened inside here, inside this little magical box from the US Mint. And, of course, I don't know why I cut anything, since when I tried to pull it open, it's... I don't know what's in here, to be honest with you, because it's been like 6 or 7 months. Let's see which ones we got here. Okay. Carson City, look at that. Yeah, we've got a few Carson Cities in. Looks like I got 3 of them here. And I haven't had a chance to look at these in person yet. Here's the black on black box. I actually don't mind that too much. I was kind of like, I don't know. Maybe I'll hate it in a couple years when I'm blind, you know. So now, interesting. Listen. Okay. So it's a little bit loose in there. Let's take a look at this guy. All right. I actually think my first impression is yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know if that's in Espanol, que curioso. And here's why. I mean, I kind of paused because, you know, it's got a actually pretty nice look to it. It actually looks like a Morgan. And, of course, I'll probably only get like an MS65 if I send it in. But up close, looks really nice, actually. You know, I get the 10 power loop on here. And you see, what do I got? Some hair. What's going on? That's probably all fuzz from the inside the velvet box that it's in. You can see all the little fuzz, but the coin itself is nice. The reason I paused is because it has a distinctive aluminum look to it. Now that may sound kind of silly, but it definitely looks a little bit aluminum. And this is actually a nice little presentation here for the certificate of authenticity. They're 99.9% pure silver, uncirculated condition, reeded edge, Philadelphia. Yeah, here we go. So pretty neat. What else do we got going on here? Anything? They mentioned at the bottom here the CC Privy mark in recognition of the historic United States Carson City, Nevada, George T. Morgan design. All right, let's take a look at the reverse of the coin and see what we got going on here. And how do I like it? Okay, similar in that it has at first just that aluminum foil look. And here's my first look at the CC Privy mark. Interesting, not bad. I would say that in a way I'd like it to be a little larger. Once again, talking about going blind, maybe that's just me going through my own midlife crisis, saying, hey, maybe I just need to get me some better glasses. I do think that the reverse design looks nicer than the 2006 San Francisco commemorative that used the back of the Morgan dollar design. And that had some type of a real flat look to it. It looked too modern. And I think that's a part of what it is. It was just the fact that it looked so modern. These actually look pretty nice overall. And actually on the camera, I'd say it looks nicer than it does to me in person. But then again, it's just my first glimpse of it was, man, that looks aluminum. But maybe it's just because I'm not used to that design looking like this. Because I look at it and you kind of think, hey, you know, wait a second. Is that a counterfeit Morgan? What's going on there? If I only had a real Carson City dollar to compare it to. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. You know, I'm only here to amuse myself, folks. Don't worry about me. So some of the things that you'll notice right away between the two coins, of course, besides the luster. The luster, I think, is what's killing me on these coins. They're flat. That's why they look aluminum. Like there is luster, but it's just like I think this is what we talked about ahead of time when we talked about what are they going to look like, how are they going to make this composition work. And one of the things that I had argued for was maybe they should actually strike them kind of in an old-fashioned way. You know, there's nothing that'll ever compare with that original cartwheel luster of a Morgan silver dollar. You just can't touch it. You just can't touch it. And so they didn't overdo the laser inscription effect. Like, I was a little worried about how lasery these things would look, because that's what I think happened with the 2006 coin. But if you just compare the surface quality, one of the other things that a lot of Morgans have that these don't have is a lot of times there's like a little bit of a transition from the devices to the field, and it creates this eye appeal that we like so much when we look at a coin like this and see that just that touch of difference between the field. You have a little bit of contrast. It's not anywhere near proof-like. But then you look at this, and it's monotone. Monorail. Another government scheme. Yeah, it's monotone. It's just there's one ubiquitous coloring all over the coin. I think that's it's not that it's a terrible thing, but it's just not what we're used to, right? And the eagle design is pretty good. I will say, interestingly enough, that the hair design side, there's something about it that's not as crisp looking, or maybe it's just too crisp. Or maybe, again, it's just the color. I don't know. It's just one of those things when you're looking at a fraud, so to speak, like there's something different about it and you can't quite put your finger on it. Or like when you look at a picture of somebody and they've reversed the image, but it still looks just like them, but it's reversed. And you're like, I don't know what's going on here, but that's weird. Maybe that's what I'm getting a little bit of. The other thing that's going to be weird, of course, is that all the little fun imperfections you can see on a Morgan dollar won't be here on this coin. There's almost an element of being too perfect, right? Which is something that, as much as collectors want high-grade coins, I've talked about this before, how I'm not a big fan of chasing 70s on coins. I just don't think, the coin's beautiful or if it's not. And I'm talking mostly about the modern coins, of course. As long as the coin looks nice, it doesn't need to be a specific grade. And we're just going to focus one time here on the mint mark. So, the purity is different. The CC on here for me is kind of small compared to the CC. Maybe they make the O area bigger. They put the CCs on. They could have done something, I think, a little different on there. Of course, we shouldn't exclude the reeded edge, right? We should always make sure that we're looking at that. So these guys, there's the hard scramble for them. We waited, I don't know how long, 5 months for them. Is that what it was? 6 months? I don't even remember now. And they're here. They look nice. I understand there's going to be a lot of collectors still looking for them. It looks like I've got 3 here. I think they're mostly spoken for. What I decided to do was sell them off to some of my local collectors who were unable to get them because they got shut out on the nefarious 2021. So, all right, guys, leave your comments. Let me know if you got this coin or if you like it or hate it. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. Thanks so much for watching.